Game week 38 plus. We are just about to wrap up the Premier League season. It's been a fantastic season, but we have another round of fixtures, 10 matches to look forward to, and we're gonna hear the predictions for our guys. So the first game, Arsenal, FA Cup finalists, host Watford. How do you guys think that game will go? We'll start from you, Gift.
Watford are gonna win. 3-0. I'm gonna call it. You know
Hey!
nowadays, eh?
Watford is going to pull another Watford on Arsenal. I hope and pray. Look at the disgust and bangers.
Open for
But I think it's going to be an interesting game. Arsenal are going to win.
Tuko pamoja Watford, it's going to be a win for Arsenal because in their previous game, these guys have started struggling.
Yeah.
All right, good.
2 goals and more.
I think if Aubameyang starts, he's thinking about that golden boot. I don't know if it's too far from him yet. I don't know if it's Aubameyang. He can score 3 goals easily, like in the first 60 minutes. But we'll see. I think Arsenal will beat Watford, but by like a goal. So like 2-1, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, we're moving on to Burnley and Brighton. The Clarets host the Seagulls, and none of them is battling relegation. None of them is going to Europe. So it's a nothing game. But we still have to predict it. How do you think it will end up?
I draw.
0-0, a
Barren
score draw.
Score draw, obviously.
All right.
I think it's going to be a barren draw. If you watched Brighton against Newcastle,
Yeah.
both teams are settled. They know a point earns them security. Burnley, Brighton, I don't expect any different. 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So call it as a 1-1 draw.
All right, and just remember, all these fixtures will be played at the same time. That's 6 p.m. Kenyan time, if
Yeah.
I am not wrong.
Yeah.
So, it should be interesting. Now, we move on to one of the top 4 relative games. We have Chelsea hosting Wolves. This is a big one. And Richie is going to start us off. How do you think this game will end?
Win, and I think Wolves will win.
How many?
2-1.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Gift?
Well, it's going to be a consequential game, to be honest. I don't think Chelsea is going to win the FA Cup. I think Arsenal is going to win it. So for that reason, I'm going to say Chelsea is going to win. And just to support my answer, I said Chelsea are going to close the top 4 gap.
Yeah.
Right? So I think Chelsea is going to win this.
The reason why I said they have a slight chance of getting to the top 4, it's because of this game. It's the last game. These guys are eyeing Champions League and sports. So for Chelsea, it's a straight win. 3 goals and above.
I think it might be a score draw, like 1-1. I hope. I really want a score draw. But we move on to Crystal Palace and Spurs. It's another London derby at Selhurst Park. Barlow.
Watching the Crystal Palace game versus Manchester United, I think these guys still lack that. I don't know what's wrong with the team. They're not playing as the Crystal Palace that we have come to know. So for this one, I think Crystal Palace is going to lose.
Harry Kane is a man on form.
Yeah.
So I believe Palace are going to lose. I give, Spurs 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've mentioned it before. Crystal Palace perform quite well
Yeah.
against large teams. Normally, I'd say that they share the spoils, but the money is on Mourinho. I think he's going to go out in a very good way for the end of the season, and I actually think he's going to win at 2-0.
And I think Harry Kane will get another brace.
Yeah.
So probably 3-1 to Spurs. That's my prediction. But now Everton and Bournemouth. Bournemouth, who might actually just see their fate sealed during this game, with the last game, of course. So do you think Everton will actually condemn them to relegation and just take them down emphatically? What do you think, Gift?
I think Ancelotti has been having a very difficult time the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think he's already preparing his squad for the next season. He's going to salvage a win, but it's going to be a very difficult win. I think it's going to be a 1-0 sort of thing. Remember, Bournemouth is fighting against relegation. They're going to be fighting for everything. But I feel with the class that Everton has as of now, they're actually going to win 1-0.
Yeah. I actually agree with Gift because I was watching the Sheffield versus Everton game, and given how Everton just managed to grind out that win, I believe it's also going to be a 1-0 win to the Everton.
Bournemouth are not going to go down, just like that. So they're going to bring competition to these guys, but it's not like they're going to win this game with a man. They're not going to win the game actually, but I don't think this is going to be another game that we're just going to be like, Bournemouth are gone, it's done and dusted. I think they're going to show the guys down there where they're going that, this is not a team to play with. So maybe a draw for Bournemouth and Everton, but a score draw. Or if Everton win the game, they're going to win it with just a goal.
Charlison to score 2-1 to Everton. Now we have a huge one. Leicester, the Foxes and the Devils. King Power Stadium, 6 p.m. EAT. Leicester City, Manchester United, third, fourth place at stake. This is huge. It is huge. None of these teams can slip up, but both can't win. So, who do you think will get the 3 points or the points? Balo.
Manchester United are going to get the points.
Any score?
A penalty by Bruno Fernandes.
For sure.
Just don't foul us in the ball.
Yeah.
Just
A
foul us.
penalty
player in
from
the
Bruno
box, they get a
Fernandes.
penalty.
Exactly.
Martial is going to score. If Rashford play the game, I think he's also going to score. Then one wonder strike outside the box from the man himself, Paul Labile.
I pray United win because we actually, we just need Champions League football. That's it. So I believe United have the motivation and they have the right personnel. The Foxes have been really tricky. Remember, there were 14 points
Yeah.
ahead of United. Now it boils down to a single game. So I believe United are going to win it 2-1, and it's going to be, as they say, squeaky bum time. Like the last 20 minutes, the last 20 minutes of Leicester United are going to be, edge of your seat stuff. 2-1 to United.
All right. I mean, I love the prediction. I feel it's going to be one of the most entertaining games of the season because there's a lot at stake as of now. I feel this is a game where Vardy gets his golden boot for sure. I feel United's going to have a couple of chances and they're going to make a couple of errors. I'm just saying how I feel, man. I'm one of the cards.
I actually think
hell,
Leicester have been offered. They don't have Soyuncu, Maddison, Pereira, Chilwell possibly, so that's 4 of their starters. So I believe United, it's out there. It's there for the taking. I think we should see our best 11 on, and I'd go for a 3-1 win. I think we'll concede just because
The hair.
Yeah.
and Maguire.
And
Maguire is only going to waste it.
But I think 3-1 is secure 4th place because I'm sure Chelsea will have won. So yeah, that's what I think that game will end up. So City host Norwich at the Etihad. I'll have to say it that way because there'll be like 6 fans on the screen watching. There was a photo that was going around of you guys duplicating fans. So it was interesting. But there's a game to be played, 90 minutes. How do you think that game will end up?
City versus Norwich.
Yeah.
Obviously, City is going to win the game.
Okay.
I think it's the most inconsequential game of all the game weeks, like for all the games that day. Pep already hinted at heavy rotation. He said he's going to give players a chance. Norwich are already relegated, so Norwich are going to beat City 1-0.
Just similar to what Richie said, there's going to be a heavy score prediction. You might even find Garcia being the captain, who knows. But either a salvaged win from Norwich, or actually would say they share the scores, to be honest. Maybe a 1-1 sort of win.
I'm going to swim against the current. City will win 5 or 6-0.
Wow.
This is David Silva's swan song, you know.
And
I think City will want to send him off the right way.
I would see Company going out, doing that like a guard of honor around the stadium.
In front of the 20 fans.
I remember when 20,000 fans.
Oh, there are 20,000. We thought it was 20.
In a 54
The noise.
50,000
The
seater.
noise sounds like 20.
20,000 guys who came to the ground. That was still a terrace. But
You
you
get
say so.
permission slips. You do not have fans.
we have shareholders. I think the year was 2017 or 2018 on a legendary City player. By the name of Yaya Toure. That's for you. Was leaving the club.
Yeah.
And they did a very honorable send-off for the guy. They even brought his brother to come on board. They
That
even
was a
brought,
surprise and
that was,
a half.
I know, right? They gave him a lifetime tickets
Yeah.
to the game, and I think they even named the training pitch after him. So it's great to see how David Silva is going to be honored, right?
Because he's
A
actually
golden
great
handshake.
servant.
He's done 10 years.
Yeah.
He's been there during our very consequential years.
I don't think he's going to get a golden handshake since his name is Silva.
Leave him. Take him with you.
Yeah.
Leave us.
Leave us.
Don't give us wisdom.
No. But just for me, just to see the element of how he's gonna be on it.
Yeah.
I know he's been offered tentatively an extension if he's willing to take it.
Yeah.
I doubt he's gonna take it, but it's great to see how he's gonna be sent off from the club.
Okay. Moving on swiftly, we go to St. James Park. Newcastle will host Liverpool. What do you think that game will look like? Liverpool already have their hands on the title itself. They are getting it presented against Chelsea. So how do you think that game will end up?
Liverpool have been slacking ever since they won.
They've switched off.
Hangover.
They've switched off.
It's one of those. You look at the team that was playing in January, and look at the team that is playing now. Like, what is this?
Look at Mane being bossed by Holding.
What? I mean,
Hey, put some respect on that name. He's holding money. Okay, so I'll stop.
In his bro.
He was holding Mane like a conversation.
it's called money talks. All right. However, I actually think Liverpool might just do it for pride, quote
Yeah.
unquote, and live with a 2-0 sort of.
I think Liverpool already champions, already switched off. Newcastle will win 1-0.
We all know that Newcastle got some, they're going to be the next money bags in England.
called the Abu Dhabi,
So
man.
I think they're going to show Liverpool how they should prepare for them next season. So Newcastle are either going to, again,
that takeover is
another
going
ball
to take
chance.
a long time. It's going to take a long time.
Another ball chance for me. It's a Newcastle draw or a Newcastle win.
People are playing for the positions. They have to prove themselves for the next season. So yeah, I think 1-0 to Newcastle. Moving on swiftly, Southampton host the Blades. Sheffield United go to the St. Mary's Stadium. How do you think that game will go?
Southampton are going to win this game. Big magic.
I love the Blades. I love how they've been playing this season. They've actually just been very unfortunate since the restart. I'll go for a draw, probably 2-2 draw. Yeah.
I mean, definitely for me, what I'm looking at is Sheffield has been having a dip in form the last couple of games. I don't think they're going to salvage it this time.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to the top 6, boo-hoo, but they want to try again next season.
Yeah.
So it's inconsequential for them. I think it's going to call it a win for Southampton. They've been on a good run. 2-0 win to Southampton for me.
Actually, Southampton have actually had the best form since the restart. If there was a championship for the restart, Southampton would be
Would be
champions.
tops.
Yeah.
Our final game is West Ham and Aston Villa. The Hammers host the Villains, and we don't know if Villa will be down, but then hopefully they'll go down. Hopefully, because they've been bad, and we just want Grealish cheap. But how do you think this game will end up? We start with you, Gift.
You guys know the analogy of when you're being chased by a lion,
Yeah.
all you have to do is outrun the last guy. So what's happening with Villa and the West Ham, right? So Aston Villa have done really well for themselves, but they're leaving the Premier League. West Ham is just going to be slightly ahead of them and saying, man, it had to be you, it wasn't going to be me. And so that's going to give them like a send-off. But I don't think Aston Villa is going to leave without any pride. They're going to win the match by maybe 2 goals to 1.
Just wish Bwana Samata gets to play this game and
Ha!
score.
Wasamata mbwana.
We had an East African play in the Premier League. He went to now the MLS. Another East African came to the Premier League, and now they're going back to the Championship. So I think for purposes next season, I wish that give Bwana Samata some time. And if you've given the time, he'd try and be like, let's have Grealish and also Samata to stay and play in the Premier League this coming season.
Good luck with that, Villa. But I think Thomas Suchek of West Ham United will get to the score sheet, and I think West Ham will win 2-0, an easy win. I'd like you to let us know what you think down in the comment section below. If you can predict all 10 games, the better. We want to see who will have most correct. And don't forget to follow us on Golazzo KE. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So like, share, comment, subscribe, interact with us.
Because Arsenal is in the finals of
It's not necessary.
Yo, Dakar.
We
guys,
don't need
guys, it's only Pep who can call me now.
Are we doing the bloopers now?